For number 2, we're going to evaluate the following expressions involving variables. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to use substitution. So I'll work number 1 in green over here, and let's substitute. We have 6 times 12 divided by 6 plus 12. And 6 times 12 is 72. And 6 plus 12 is 18. And 72 divided by 18 is 4. So we get an answer of 4 for number 1. I'm going to go ahead and work in, we'll do purple for number 2. Let's go ahead and again use substitution. So it's 2y squared and y is 5. Using my order of operations, we know we have to do exponents first, so 5 squared is 25. And then we can go ahead and do multiplication to get a final answer of 50. For number 3, let's go ahead and use 5 for x, so we're going to substitute that in. And now we'll do order of operations. So 5 squared is 25. We can go ahead and multiply if we want to here. But 3 times 25 is 75 plus 10 plus 1. So working left to right, 75 plus 10 is 85. 85 plus 1 is 86. So we get a final answer of 86. For number 4, we have 1 squared minus 2 squared. Let's work inside parentheses first. So 1 squared is 1. 1 minus 2 is a negative 1. And a negative 1 squared is a positive 1, right? Because negative 1 times negative 1 is a positive 1. So we get a positive 1 for our answer for number 5, or 4. Now looking at number 5, I was jumping ahead there. Let's go ahead and substitute. So 2 plus 3 squared over 3 minus 2. And that leaves us with 2 plus 3 squared, which is 9. Working in the numerator, we get 2 plus 9, which is 11. 3 minus 2 is 1, so 11 divided by 1 is 11. Let's go ahead and take a look at number 3 as well. So for number 3, evaluate the following expressions involving variables. We're going to start out with number 1 again. So using substitution, we get 4 times 2 over 9 times 2 squared minus 3 times 2 plus 1. So we get 8 in the numerator. We have to do exponents first, so 2 squared is 4, and then 4 times 9 is 36. So 36 minus 6 is 30, and 30 plus 1 is 31. So we can probably leave that just as 8 over 31. I don't want to go change that to a decimal if I don't have to. So let's leave that as a fraction as 8 over 31. For number 2, let's substitute and see what we end up with there. I believe that is a z squared in the numerator, so let's go ahead and make that a 4 squared over 1 plus a negative 2, so I'm just going to do 1 minus 2 there, plus, and I believe that's an x squared in the second numerator, so let's go ahead and make that a 1 squared. And we have 1 minus a negative 2, so that turns into a 1 plus 2 there. So I get 16 over negative 1 plus 1 over 3. So we get a negative 16 plus 1/3. And that ends up with a negative 15 2/3. So I'm going to come up here and write that. So a negative 15 2/3. for the third part here, let's go ahead and that is an x, y, z, I believe, in the numerator, so a 3, 2, 5. And in the denominator, we have a y squared, so a 2 squared, minus an x squared, so that's a 3 squared. We can go ahead and multiply 4 times 3 times 2 times 5 in my numerator to get 120. But in the denominator, I have to do exponents first, so that's 4 minus 9. So 120 divided by a negative 5 will give me a negative 24. And the last one, that is an x squared, so a negative 1 squared, minus a z squared, so that's a 3 squared, all over x times z, so negative 1 times 3, minus 2x, so 2 times negative 1, parentheses, z, so 3 minus a negative 1, so really that's a 3 plus 1 there. Okay, let's work in our numerator here. So negative 1 squared is 1, 3 squared is 9, and in the denominator, I should really work right here first. So 3 plus 1 is 4, so eventually we're going to be multiplying by 4 there. But negative 1 times 3 is negative 3. Negative 2 times negative 1 is going to be a positive 2. But we have that 3 plus 1, which is 4. So in the numerator, I have negative 8. We're good there. But in the denominator, I have negative 3 plus 8. Negative 3 plus 8 is a positive 5. So I end up with a negative 8/5 for my final answer. Or if you want to go ahead, that's a negative 1 and 3/5. So if you want to change that to a mixed number instead of leaving it as an improper fraction, we can go ahead and do that as well.